Oh, hey guys, welcome back. So today's another plant chore video. I'm really excited to show you guys my baby Anthuriums. They're like, y'all saw the new leaves, but like they're bigger now. So like, let me just grab them. Okay guys, here they are. Oh my god, you can see one already. Okay, let's start off with that one because she looks so good. Oh my god, okay. Anthurium, oh, she's dripping. Anthurium crystallinum crossed with magnificum. She looks identical to the last leaf. Like, do you see? Like, they are sisters. Wow. I always love, you know, when there's a new leaf and it's just like, whatever color. It's most often red, but like, oh my gosh, it is so gorgeous, guys. So that's one. And yeah, I just decided to bring them out just because the reservoir, it's not dry. I'm trying not to do that, but it's drier than usual. Okay, this one is the Crystallinum magnificum luxurians. So I'm pretty sure she had a new leaf, but it like died by itself because you can see over there. Do you see that? If you usually can zoom in, that tip is like totally dry. I think she got stuck in the cataphil because I did see a bulge situation there, but I just thought she was gonna release herself, but she didn't, and now she's like shriveled up. Oh my gosh. Still a cutie, still healthy. I'm excited for this one. I feel like I'm showing the same root over and over again, but like I just love how thick Anthurium roots are. Okay, number two, and then this one is super exciting. I can't even handle how excited I am for this one. Oh my god, the gray ghost almost took her down. Okay, wait. Okay. Sorry, the tag's in the way. Wow, okay. Anthurium magnificum. It's dripping everywhere, oh my gosh. Anthurium magnificum crossed with luxurians. Oh my gosh, so the last leaf looked like that. This is the new leaf. Super exciting. I love the bumps. I just love the bumps. Oh my gosh, okay. And yeah, how do we feel? She's so pretty. I can't. Okay, and Gray Ghost update. They are a lot firmer, not wrinkly. And so, although I don't see any roots in the pond, I know she's starting to grow them, so cute. And then this one, which kept falling out, I know she looks horrendous right now, but she is a lot firmer than when she, you know, she was just falling out. So I'm not worried about this one. I don't want to disturb her again in case she's pushing out these tiny, tiny roots. I'm just gonna clean this out. Nice and clean, and then I'm just gonna put these back in here. Can you believe, guys? Look at these first leaves. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So they live in the same place, guys. I haven't moved them, but there's a strip grow light going like that, and it's probably 6 to 12 inches away from the grow light. Is that too much? Maybe, but I feel like when it comes to baby plants in general, you need to blast them. So once these get bigger, I'll definitely like back off on the light, and I'm just watering over. And actually, I'm gonna add some nutrient solution into the reservoir. Ooh. And I'm gonna water over each one. So this nutrient solution is, I want to say 2 weeks old. I always like assessing, like, you could see that mine is just, it basically looks the same as when I first mixed it, so it's nice and clear. There's no foul smell or anything. And that's basically how I gauge if I want to keep using it. I usually find at the 4-week mark or after the 4-week mark, it tends to smell a little bit, but I don't know, again, if that's because of other factors, like maybe the container wasn't clean enough when I mixed the nutrient solution. There's always going to be bacterial growth through time. But yeah, guys, isn't this fun? I'm super excited. Oh my gosh. So we're just hitting like maybe a 4th way up these pots, and I'll put them right back under the grow light. Okay, I just want to show you my Monstera Adansonii, the variegated ones, the wet sticks. Look at this new leaf. Okay, so this variegation is like perfect. Even the leaf before that, like I know like you can't see much, but I do prefer more green on a variegated Adansonii. So remember when these were all smaller and like they weren't this tall, I said that I was gonna take the lid off slowly. So before, I had a lid that was like not completely closed, but it was only open a little bit here. And then through time, I would just lift up the lid little by little by little. And then for a week and a half now, she's been off, and I'm happy to say that they haven't melted away, because specifically this one, I was like, you are not gonna do well. So I'm like debating if I should pot this one, the one with the big leaf, in moss, because again, planning to sell in the spring, and I want to sell this one. So I don't know, should I do it? I'm like scared. Okay, I think first I have to assess the root system. I think the root system is fine, but you never know. Sometimes wet sticks, they push out new growth points first and they don't have a big root system. Okay. Oh, this is hard because I don't want to like disturb the other ones. Okay, I just, oh, this is what I mean. There's like 2 white leaves for this one, and then she's pushing out a new one. But look at this root, literally nothing. Like this is the smallest root. Okay, well, I'm worried about you now. See, I'm just, oh my God, this one, I feel like the root is like big. So I can't pull it out, which is good, Okay, we're here. Okay, look. Okay, these are the roots. So looking good. I like this one. This one's nice and fuzzy. But isn't this the cutest Adansonii? Oh my gosh, she's shaking because I'm shaking. Oh my gosh. Okay, got my moss and I ran out of the small cups, so I have to use this big one. But Adansonii roots, they're pretty like large when they mature. Not like thick, but like they do grow a large root system. I guess like branching wise. I'm just putting that much. Then I'm gonna put this. And then I'm gonna put more moss on top. Oh my gosh, look how cute. This is the cutest one. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but this is the cutest one. Oh my God. I think, I mean, I have this nutrient solution left. I'm just gonna water over it. And again, I didn't pack it. Whatever substrate I transfer a plant from, so y'all know that pond has fixed air pockets between the zeolite, lava rock, pumice, but also, these rocks hold on to a lot of water even if there's no reservoir. So knowing that, moss holds on to a lot of moisture, but also this plant was used to living in an environment with enough aeration around the root. I know that's like common sense, guys, but like obviously you don't want to put like a baby plant in shock. So I didn't pack it in. I just like kept it really loose. And then also just having a reservoir. The reservoir is up here. I know this might be overkill for a lot of people, but I know the roots are up here. Like I just laid them up here. I am known for just forgetting about plants in moss, so this will kind of ensure that she doesn't dry out too fast. And I'm gonna put her in the doorway, not in the doorway, like the shelf next to the doorway, so I can keep a close eye on her. So that is adorable. Okay, still worried about you. Maybe I should look at the other ones because this one feels really questionable. Oh, I can't get over this one though. That green stripe in the middle with the 2 fenestrations and it's like mainly white or cream. Like that is so, like it's crazy, guys. Okay, I actually thought about it. I don't know if I want to touch it. I just kind of dug another hole, put this one back, and then I'm just gonna put plain water again. This one I'm kind of scared for. So this is the second one. I think these ones were the ones that were like more behind than the other ones. I haven't looked at her in a while. Feeling the pond, she is drier, but she's not completely dry. There is some moisture, but I mean, this leaf doesn't look great. So let's take a look. Okay, yeah, see, look at this. Fantastic. The roots are fuzzy. They're nice and plump. So yeah, that one's fine. Number 2. This was doing nothing. Okay, see, growth point, but no roots anywhere. So probably gonna be a new set that grows from here. Number 3, same situation. The node has definitely like activated. It wasn't that big before, but there's no roots anywhere. Okay, nothing is squishy. Ooh. Okay, this one's good. Look at that, guys. Fuzzy at the end. Has a growth point right over there. And then the one, okay, so the leaf is here. So it has a great root, this one. Nice and fuzzy, okay. So you're actually doing okay. So I'm just gonna put it back. Okay, so 3 out of the 5 don't have roots, and I mean, that's fine. Hopefully soon though. Oh my god, this one's gonna be pretty. Now I need to be careful with these 2. Do you know what? I didn't notice this before. The reason why this leaf might be going is because the new node, do you see that, guys? Oh, I think I broke it. Okay, well, I think I need to just break it off now. I just like broke it, oh well. That's totally fine, guys. So she wasn't this big before, so that's probably why I kind of took the source of nutrients away in like the mobile nutrients in that leaf. So I'm just gonna keep it like that, guys. Okay, cute. So now, because these are all like nodes essentially, like wet sticks with nodes, I'm gonna put the lid on again, keep that moisture, having that little opening right there. Okay guys, let's look at my rapidophora partusa props. So amazing leaves, underrated in my opinion. Look at these. Okay, I have 2 cuttings in here. It's part of my New Year's resolutions to get this, to climb up a moss pole, get her really big again. These grow like weeds, seriously. Sometimes you might not get the fenestrations if it has nothing to like support itself, but they really just grow quickly. So we're gonna look together because I need the support from you guys. It's probably been like a month since I looked at the roots and like she hasn't really done anything, so I'm worried. She feels okay though, like feeling the petiole, feeling the leaf. This one might be a little bit yellow and less stiff, but we're gonna take a look together. Okay, I had these in pawn, I remember. Okay, Kevin, don't break anything. Okay, so I can't really tell, but oh, the LECA's dropping. These roots down here, oh my god, the LECA. These roots here are like new. The ones up here are the ones that grew in pawn. They're kind of stuck together and I don't want to rip anything. Oh, okay. So do you know what? I'm looking, both of them have new root growth. That is fantastic. Okay, I was a bit worried. You could see, oh my god, the LECA. You can see the node is like getting ready to push out something new. And then the same with the second one right there. You see it? So they both are ready. Okay, I'm just gonna put it back. Okay, I was keeping this a bit more wet, so I had the reservoir really high. I think I'll lower it now that it has a lot of roots, so I'll probably just hit it right below here. And thankfully, I have more nutrients. Again, people usually say if you're propagating a plant, it doesn't need the nutrients. I start feeding the plant when it has a big enough root system, so you saw that the roots are pretty big. Let's get this plant ready to push out new growth. Oh my gosh, these leaves. Okay, let me put her back. Okay. Let's look at this synapsis here. A lot of good things happening. So remember I put her on a moss pole. This was the one that was already climbing. I'm a little worried that she might push out runners. I don't know if y'all experienced that, but I think because it wasn't attached before, like she's starting to do that thing where it looks like she might put out a runner. On the flip side, there are a couple, I think, leaves that are coming. There's 3 actually. So this just came out of nowhere. There's another one over here. And then on the flip side, one next to my pinky. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I really don't know what to do because this. She's already bursting out of this pot. Like I really should have just put this in a bigger pot. Anyhow, I'm just keeping a close eye on it, making sure that the reservoir is not like full. And so as you can see, she's really just taking up all the nutrients. But I do need to wet the moss pole. Maybe, yeah, do you know what? I need to put more moss since she's getting up there. So why don't we do that now? So my method is just to run, and thankfully this one's in LECA, so I can be very liberal with the flow of water. As opposed to if they are in an arid mix. Okay, cute. I'm gonna put it back for now. I might have to empty the reservoir after. I'm just gonna put moss over the top here. And I'm gonna say this, guys, I'm using that moss that Crystal Star Nursery sells. I just love it because the strands are intact. You know, when I wet it or take it out of the dry like cube it comes in, it doesn't fall apart. So that's the biggest thing that kind of deterred me from growing plants like on a moss pole or in moss, because sometimes you can't get the moss off and then it flies everywhere. And then for y'all that don't know, you shouldn't be inhaling like the dry moss, like the particles. So yeah, this one generally stays together and I'm really just becoming a fan. I forget what it's called, but I'll put a link in the description. I'm trying to be very careful not to crush the growth point, even though the leaves look tiny. And Petra, left a comment on Monday's plant tour video saying that she has issues with fungus gnats and moss poles. And that's another thing, you know, why I didn't want to do moss poles, because I know they live in moss. I've heard different methods of using a hydrogen peroxide mix to kill them. From time to time, you just spray them or like just water through the moss. What I've been doing, and I don't know if it's working because I have a few fungus gnats right now, like I feel like it's controlled, but I've been putting like beneficial nematodes, a pot popper in here, just keeping it moist. I just feel like when the spring comes, it's gonna be bad. So I'm trying to prepare, because now I'm putting all my plants on moss poles. I don't know if like a mosquito bits or mosquito dunk tea situation, like watering it over, is a method as well. But yeah, moss. It's like, it's a substrate that is really good in a lot of ways, but then really bad in a lot of ways. Like great for propagating, great for poles. It's great at keeping, you know, the water just like stuck to it. And I think I'm just gonna fill the whole pole because why not? Synapses is a pretty fast grower. I'm kind of scared though because this looks like a runner. Anyhow, we'll get to that point when we get to that point. There's a little hole there. Let me just push. Yeah, with these smaller poles, because you know I have the larger ones, I really try to pack it in because I'm finding, obviously because there's less moss, that it dries out too fast. Okay, I think that's good for now. Woohoo, okay. Yeah, I'm not putting a lot, guys. This is kind of a plant where like I know to check the reservoir often just because I know I can't fill it that much. I don't put a lot of nutrient solution because when I wet it, I know a lot of this wetness goes into the reservoir. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully the runner turns into like, you know, pushing out new leaves, but anyhow, I'll put it back. Okay. Neglected, you know, epipenems. Again, epipenem marble, if y'all don't know. Epipenems are so thirsty. The substrate, ever since the roots grew a lot, it's been really just drying out so fast. Plus, like, look at these roots. Oh my gosh, look at this root. I don't even know where that, okay, that's fantastic. Man, oh man, I think I might have to tie it. Okay guys, so I was thinking, because I just remembered the last time I watered this and attached the extension, she was really top heavy. She was able to stand, but I still don't want to risk it. I mean, I risked it the first time, but like, I didn't want to risk this one falling over. So I just gathered a few things. I had this wire situation happening already here, but I think I might form a V with a second one. So I just manipulated one of these wires, again, Crystal Star Nursery, and I'm just gonna form a V. I don't know, guys, is that like a good idea? Let's form a V. Let's form a V. Yeah, just a V so it can lean like that. Okay, yeah, cute. I'm still gonna use plant tape because I don't trust the V by itself, obviously. Okay, that feels okay. And then on top of that, once I wet it, I know it's still gonna be heavy. This mix particularly is not the heaviest once it's dry. She's okay now, but when I water her, she might tip over. So I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna put her in like this, so she has support at the bottom. And just starting from the top. So I got a few like comments about keeping moss poles moist. My girl Tanya, quarantine plant mom, she suggested those bulbs. Like, you know those bulbs that you put over the moss pole, and I've seen that. It's just with a lot of my plants, they're not gonna be stable if I do that. Like, I'm really gonna have to like secure the moss pole in the soil or whatever substrate. I might be able to do that with like my Jose Bono on a moss pole, but the other ones aren't like secure. So like putting something heavy on the top, I don't think that would work. But in the future, if I am repotting a plant and already attaching a moss pole, definitely I'll think about, you know, submerging a lot into the pot, perhaps using a bigger pot for more support, or like having like a planter like this one. Anyhow, something to think about. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. I don't even know if y'all can see what's happening. Okay, is that better? I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Again, because it was really dry, I'm just really making the flow a little slow. Yeah, I don't know if I said this before, but when I was putting the moss pole, I did damage this a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see. Future Kevin, zoom in. Do you see that? I don't know if y'all can see. I really want to try this plant in a different substrate, LECA or Pon. So like, depending, you know, how this plant does and how it attaches to the moss pole. And y'all saw in like one of the plant tour videos that at each node, like she did grow like a root. So I can just propagate by single node cuttings and just make more of this epipenem marble. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, I think that'll do. And like before, guys, the moss pole was tipping a lot, but with this V situation with the wires and the plant tape, like she's doing okay. I think I moved it too abruptly and now she's not stable. Okay, she's stable. Okay, let's leave her in there and then we'll put her in here. Okay, I think it's been long enough. Back in here. Oh my gosh. So now the whole pot won't tip over. If she does tip, she has this planter for support, so that's okay. I'm gonna put her back. Okay guys, we're doing the queen. Miss Queen over here. I just noticed she is, I don't even know what. It's probably gonna be a new leaf. How cute. Okay, I'm gonna watch this plant like a hawk once a new leaf comes out. But I'm just taking out the stopper because y'all know this whole Christmas tree cone situation. So I'm just taking stopper. Oh, okay. And then I'm just watering her through. You know, I'm really hoping the next leaf is going to be like a lot bigger than the other one, like the newest leaf, just because if y'all watch that video when I put this cone on with the pond, there was a lot of roots. I've really been keeping on top of watering this plant all the way through. Okay. Oh. Oh, things are happening. Oh my God. Just need to lift her. I'm just letting it drain. I don't know if y'all can see, but she's just draining. And then because there is new growth at the top here, I might just put some nutrient solution just because I have leftover. But yeah, can you see guys, even the bottom of the leaf, it's like wider than my head. That's insane. This is insane. So the water has drained completely. And like I said, I'm just gonna grab nutrient solution and I'm just gonna water it over top slowly. Oh, okay, here it comes. I want to display some of the water at the bottom because I don't remember the last time I fed this plant. So I'm just adding more. And we'll let it drain. I don't know if this is just me guys, but when I do plant chores, everything is a mess. And I really have to plan my plant chore day to factor in the cleaning. So again, my cleaning agent of choice is a vinegar cleaning solution. I don't know, the smell doesn't bug me. I know with a lot of people, they don't like the smell. I don't smell it. I don't know. I smell it, but like, it's like fine to me. Like I associate the smell of vinegar to clean. I guess because I've been doing it for a while, but I don't know. Oh, where is the, okay. Okay, while that's draining, I have a few of my strawberry shakes that I put in these cups of moss. They are on the drier side. It's not terrible. Like you can see some condensation. Can you even see that? Yeah, there's some condensation at the bottom, but they all have like good roots. Let me show you. Look at this. What? So that's this leaf. This is like one of my favorite leaves. Like I know like I've shown this leaf so many times, but like, oh my gosh. This one over here, what a cutie. Look at that. Amazing. So that's 2. Number 3, which is like kind of green and crunchy, but we still love her, has this root over here. And then this leaf has this juicinesses. So they all look good. And so I think I'm gonna start putting cuttings that I plan to sell in moss because like you really can feel the difference like weight wise when they're like not completely dry, but like dry. Okay, I think I'm gonna take the queen back because I need the sink. We're gonna try not to hit you on anything. Ooh, okay, let's go sideways. I don't know if y'all can see me. Okay, so I'll probably hit the water just a little bit below. Feeling the top, it is a little crunchy, but by hitting the water just right under that root, it just ensures that the top part will soak up that moisture as well. That's that, guys. There are some, again, this one where the root's at the bottom. I just make sure it's a little bit like that. So you can see that this top part is like dry, so like it's gonna wick up that so the root won't be sitting in the water. This one up here, we're just gonna hit it at the halfway mark over there, and then the rest of the moss will just soak up the rest. And these two are at the bottom. So again, just a little bit, just so they're not suffocated at the bottom. Just like that, guys. Okay, let's put these back. Okay, so would you guys be okay if I like answered a few questions that I see while I do plant chores? I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna do it anyways because y'all didn't tell me not to. So Laura Bay 8626, oh my god, I can't read. She basically asked, do you find top cuts with several leaves more difficult to root than mid cuts? I've chopped a few plants recently and I've noticed those top cuts seem to take forever to start pushing out roots if they haven't been air laid prior to the chop. I figured it was probably just a matter of plants having to invest so much energy in supporting those extra leaves. I do think that might be a factor. I don't usually, I mean, I know my Jose Bono last plant chore video, I kept 3 leaves, but I mean, that one was air layered already. I do think that's part of it. I don't usually keep that many leaves on a top cutting. I usually do 1 or 2. I do think top cuttings are tricky because you kind of need to catch them at the right time. For example, if it's a top cutting with like 1 node, like how new is that? Like sometimes when the stem is like too, I don't want to say soft, malleable maybe, not hardened off yet. I find sometimes at that stage when that part is like really new, it doesn't root easily. I like to keep a couple adventitious roots at the top, but usually if it's hardened off enough and you take a top cutting, it generally roots the fastest just because chances are they're not dried up at the top. Mid cuts are usually hit or miss with me. Like some will do well, some won't, depending where they were in the plant. Like the older ones tend to take the longest to root just because the adventitious roots are pretty dry. So it varies. I mean, that's just my experience. I don't even know if I answered what you were asking, but generally I don't see them take a longer time to root. Okay, and Jennifer, I am so sorry. I know you've asked me about my outer variegated Hoya polynura. There's a reason why I haven't shown her recently, and she's not doing terrible. She just hasn't done anything just because I have neglected her a lot. So Jennifer has asked, you know, about my outer variegated Hoya polynura and like essentially a care guide. I'll just grab her now, I guess. I want to save her for the Hoya video, but I think I should just like deal with it now. I have really neglected this plant. I think it was it 4 months ago? It was in the summer. I like did a 3-month update or whatever of this Hoya, and like she's basically the same. She has pushed out new leaves. You know, when I had the spider mite issue, I did shove her at the very bottom of the prop box, so she wasn't really getting a lot of light, maybe like to the side of that bin, but because of that, a lot of her leaves got crushed. Like this one is like doing a thing. You know, the leaves are a lot smaller at the end, but I really do want to chop her up. There is a new growth over here, guys. Anyhow, so personally, in my experience, regardless what polynura you have, they're thirstier on average than other Hoyas. Every Hoya will need a lot of aeration on the roots, so having your polynura in pon is a great option. I actually haven't tried this plant in LECA, but I'm sure it would be fine. If y'all have any experiences with your polynura in LECA, regardless if it's variegated or not, please let me know. I find they grow really fast in pon, so I don't want to mess that up. Jennifer, I think you mentioned that you're having issues with the leaves yellowing, and you say that you give it a lot of light. You know, always starting from like how the roots are doing, I would check the roots first. I don't know what substrate you have your polynura, but I would just make sure there's not a rot situation happening, because these can take a lot. I like underwater it. There have been times where the roots have like been gone and she still looks good. I would check the roots first. I would consider repotting if the roots aren't happy in like a chunkier aerate mix if you prefer that. Pon is always great, and always look for pests. Like there's a chance you might have broad mites. Spider mites can also cause, you know, the ends or the newest leaves leaves to like yellow and like shrivel up and die. There's also a chance it might be nutrition based. I mean, y'all know that when I grew this, I was starting off with just water and pond, and then I was adding my like LECA nutrient solution every other watering. Anyhow, I think it's time to water her. It's been a while, guys. Again, the reason why I didn't, you know, pay attention to her is because she was in a bin. I was monitoring for spider mites. She's fine. I'm still like looking. I'm on high alert, but like I think she's fine. We'll plan to propagate and sell this as well. So let's just put some, let's put nutrient solution for now since I have it. And you know, the roots have really taken over this cup. I'm gonna try not to overfill it. I overfilled it, so now I'm pouring the extra out. Okay, so I'm not gonna cut her yet. I was debating, I was like, do I wanna cut her now in this video? I think I'm gonna save it for maybe another planter video, not this one. I just wanna make sure that she's hydrated enough before I make the chop. So that's her. Why don't I'll grab the silver one. Hoya polynura broget. I cannot believe how firm the leaves are. I haven't watered this in like a month, and she's been in the same cup. So y'all know that the roots have really taken over. In my experience, this plant is pretty resilient when it comes to underwatering. So I'm just putting nutrient solution. Are y'all interested in this plant? I know the outer variegated one a lot of people like, but I do plan to sell this one as well, propagate and sell this one. So we'll see how it does, but I think I'll do a video where I propagate both of them in one video. And while we're on the topic of polynura, the green one that I ignored, there's new leaves. Look at that, beautiful. This is new too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's so many new, oh, that is beautiful, guys. Oh yeah, here, look at that new growth there. Oh my God, look at these adorable leaves. Are you kidding? Oh my God. There is a yellow leaf, but when I pull it, it might be attached to one of these big stems. It might just be pulling. Oh, I pulled it out. The plant might just have pulled mobile nutrients from it. Obviously, because it's the oldest growth, we're not worried. And feeling all around, we feel good. Oh my gosh. And I'm just trying to monitor to see if there's anything weird, because y'all saw this leaf. Sometimes it comes out with that situation without the presence of pests, but like you always gotta make sure, you always gotta check. Reservoir is not completely dry, and let's use some nutrient solution since I have it. Okay. So back it goes. Okay guys, there's a situation happening with my UPI. The Philodendron UPI, look how Gorgina, she is pushing out a new leaf. And I just noticed this now, but it looks like she's kind of stuck. So I'm just gonna run a water over her because it looks like the end is like completely closed. So I know people have suggested like waiting or letting the plant wait a little bit for like the water to kind of go in between the nooks and crannies and all that stuff. People also say use a Q-tip and that I should be more patient with it. I know guys, I should. So why don't we do that now? Also, I just noticed this now, guys. I don't know if that was already like submerged and grown, but like, I don't know. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't, because it ends over here. So that's starting to grow. Okay, gotta make sure that it's wet and I keep it covered. Okay, I'm just gonna put her in the sink. Okay, we'll let her sit in here for a little bit. Okay. It's been a little bit, guys. I got some Q-tips. Okay. Okay, I think I opened it a little bit. Let's do this again. I think we're good. Okay, he's free, y'all. Yay. Okay, I'm just gonna run more water over the new leaves. Well, that's cute, guys. Okay, let's put it back. Okay, guys, I'm gonna check on my strawberry shakes that are in pond. And if y'all didn't remember, I have 3 bins. So here's one. Here's the second one over here. And the third one. So the bins, I think for the most part, yeah, they're all dry. But like I said, pond does a really good job hanging on to the moisture. I can like feel on top, it's still wet on top. And it actually has been a little bit since I looked at all these, but they're doing fine. So I'm just doing an assessment, seeing, you know, how the roots are and feeling the leaves and petiole. Ooh, I like when there's a couple roots right over here. I'm not gonna bore you, but like there's a lot of good root growth here that wasn't there before, and it's just really nice to see. But yeah, I'm not sure the last time I showed you these cuttings. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm glad there's a root because like this leaf is like so big compared to the pot, and like, yeah, super happy to see that. This one's, there's nothing. Just as long as the plant feels hydrated. Like for example, I can't see any roots, but it is super hydrated based on like feeling it, so that's cute. And like I said, these are like against the window under a grow light. This looks so odd, guys, because this is a new leaf. She's giving me pink Congo vibes. Like she is like too pink. I don't know. This was the previous leaf. She might be just a fully variegated leaf and she hasn't faded yet. There's some small roots there. Right over there, guys. That's cute. So yeah, reservoir was all gone. Like I said, I don't necessarily rinse that much like my pond. So this is just the residue. I'm just gonna do like a wipe down and rinse. I'm just gonna spray and wipe with a vinegar solution. And then we're just gonna put everyone back. There's a chance I might switch a lot of these into moss, maybe in a month's time. I just need to buy a few more things. Like I'm kind of running out of moss. Okay, and we're gonna use the nutrient solution. Just watering through each one. Okay. Just filling a fourth way up, just so there's a reservoir. And yeah, I'm just gonna put the first one back. Second one. Gonna do the same, gonna look and assess. Wow, these really got so dark under the grow light. Look at this. It wasn't this pink before. Wow. Here's a new leaf, but she's not coming out, so I'm just gonna run it over water. Okay, I freed it, yay. Beautiful leaf. The first leaf looks hilariously ugly. I'm hoping the next one over here will look a bit better. There is a new root just over there. This tiny little growth here. That's a new leaf. She looks gorgeous. Mother leaf. Oh my gosh, this small growth. The variegation looks so beautiful. Oh my god, look at this. So tiny. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, again, she is completely dry. I know people use hydrogen peroxide mixes, but I just like spraying with vinegar, wiping it down. And back they all go. Okay, just some nutrient solution. Okay, and the third bin here. This one's the worst one out of the three. I think this was the majority of the ones in here were the ones in moss. Okay, let's look at these dead ones. I don't know what's going on, but I don't see any new root growth. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is totally done. I don't know if y'all can see. Squish, squish. Yeah, even the new roots. That's definitely goodbye. And then this one. Oh yeah, this is the one. The leaf just fell. Okay, I'm just gonna do this over the garbage just to. So those are done. Okay, I finished the nutrient solution with the last one, so I'm just putting plain tap water. Okay, and back it goes. Okay, and this is the big strawberry shake that lives in the bucket. I haven't filled the reservoir, like the one for the wicks, but the wicks feel wet still. And the LECA in the pole is like wet still, so I'm happy to feel that. So that new leaf that was stuck, she's right over here. I'm interested to see what she'll look like once she's hardened off. There is a new leaf up here, and I'm just gonna run water over it just to set it free. But how exciting, guys. I don't know if we want to look at the roots. Oh, y'all can't see. There's a couple new ones on this side. Do you see that? Okay, hold on. Just run water over the new leaf, run water into the LECA pole. And I know there's 3 plants. I wonder if the other one is pushing out any new growth. Where are you? So 1, 2, and the third one's here, but it's not pushing out anything. So I'm just putting it back. And again, filling this to the top with just water. And putting the wicks back, just like that. Okay, the leaf is free, y'all. Yay. Okay, I don't know if y'all saw it, but here it is. Okay, guys, I took a little break and now we're in the plant room. I still can't get over this gigantic metallicum leaf, but I just need to water all my other anthuriums. I was doing a really good job at watering when they need to be watered, but this past week I've done a poor job. Let's just say that. So let's water them. This leaf over here, this is the Anthurium crystalline. Oh, it's not. The Anthurium magnificum crossed with Regalia right over here. Look at this beautiful leaf. I love when they come out and they're like red or like just a dark color. Yeah, there's a lot of new leaves, guys, actually. Oh my god, look at the decipins. I was just adjusting my camera, but I gotta move you a little bit. Oh my god, this is impossible. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Oh, what was the sound? Okay, so this Magnificum Regalia leaf is coming from the main stem over here. She's gonna get bigger, and I need to remember not to touch them. Remember the pup from the main plant? This is the leaf. Isn't this incredible? There's some holes. I don't know what happened there, but can you believe? Okay, I kept the inflow. We'll see what that looks like. And then over here is the Crystalline Magnificum, the smaller plant. Anyhow, so look at all these new leaves. I can't believe. So I'm just taking my pump and just watering the plant. Just plain water, nothing special, guys. I think I may have used nutrient solution maybe a week ago. So yeah, water should be fine. Yeah, guys, it's been a week and a half. There hasn't been any like days where it's been even partly sunny. Like it's been either raining or just overcast for the past week and a half. And I mean, that's fine, but I'm always gonna worry about plants that are not under grow light, like these anthuriums. I mean, these anthuriums are pretty hardy. They can take lower light conditions. Actually, some prefer lower light, and that might have been a big reason why I didn't water the plant, because there was less light. I'm just watering the Regalia here. I mean, the Magnificum Regalia. I can't say the correct name for this one for some reason. And I'm just filling the pots to the full, or the maximum point. And oh my god, guys, I really want to show you my Regalia. I'm like really scared because I'm gonna try. Okay, are y'all ready? She's gorgeous. Okay, she's not hardened off yet. I'm really scared to touch her, but look at her. Oh, incredible, guys. Okay, that's the end of the sneak peek. So this is the back of her. She's not as big as her previous leaf over there, and I know she doesn't look big. I think she's just further, so she looks pretty small. But she definitely needs to be watered as well. Look how long this petiole is. It's going all the way up there. I've been doing a very good job at keeping, yeah, see, the moss is still moist. So I'm just gonna water again. Again, I think the last time, ooh, I almost dropped the camera. I think the last time I used nutrient solution, so water is just totally fine. We're just gonna wait till the meter goes up a little bit. Okay, a little scared because I've been filling it for a little bit. Oh, actually, I see the meter moving now. Okay, I thought the meter was stuck, but I see it moving now. And sometimes if I'm scared that the meter's stuck, I like lift the pot. and she feels okay. Like, she doesn't feel too heavy, so I'm just gonna water it a little bit more. I'm gonna keep her at the halfway point. I'm gonna look at my Anthurium waterbrianum because I know that wild fern, hey girl. And speaking of wild fern, okay, anyways, I know she experienced broad mites on her Anthurium, so I do know they could live on any plant really, and I'm almost wondering, like, is that why the waterbrianum is like doing this situation to me every single time? So, oh my god. I just want to see if there's any sign of pests. So I have my I almost said maestro for some reason, my microscope, and we're just gonna take a look. I'm hoping this captures, because the last time the file crashed. So you guys, I'm looking at like the crunchy part, and I'm just trying not to move, just in case there's any movement anywhere. I don't see any eggs. I know they're like bright red. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Okay, let's move lower, y'all. Yeah, I'm just kind of holding the microscope in one place and just looking and waiting for like a few seconds, because I know they're very small and you can miss them. So I'm just trying to see. I don't see anything. What is this? Eh! It fell on me. What was that? Oh, okay. Well, I checked for like 10-15 minutes. I don't see anything, guys, but okay. You're still gonna be a mystery for me. I think I'm gonna keep this leaf. Even though she is crunchy, I'm gonna keep her. Because even though she is all broken and everything and ripped, like, I would love to have more than one leaf on this waterbrianum. So this one needs to be watered as well. So let me just grab the pump. I almost want to propagate this plant because the stem is like this long and like the first leaf is like over here. So, I mean, there's a root or the beginnings of a root and other advantage. Should I propagate you? I feel like I want to solve the issue first. Like, I want you to like push out new leaves that are not damaged first, and then I'll propagate you. Or maybe at that point I wouldn't have to propagate you. Well, even if I didn't find any flat mites, this plant was one that had a lot of spider mites. So, I mean, there was no evidence in the new leaf, so that's always good. I looked at the older leaf too to see if there's any evidence. No eggs, no spider mites, no nothing, no webs. So I am happy. Now I just gotta figure out, you know, how to make you happy. Okay, we're at the halfway full mark. Okay, it is really dark. I don't know what y'all can see. I forgot to mention the tree's still up, but I took the village down, which is really sad. But I just need to find time to go to the storage locker, move things around, get all the boxes. So we have a few more days with the Christmas tree. I want to look at all my Philodendron McDowells here. Here's the biggest one. I don't think she needs any more water. Actually, let's just put a little bit of water in each of them. So she's doing okay. I'm just gonna pour over. Okay, that's one. This second one is the one that had its leaf stuck. So this is the chunk that was stuck. Still gorgeous. Look at this cutie here. I think because that was recent, yeah, so she doesn't need any more water. This one, there is a new leaf coming, guys. How exciting. And she's not completely dry, but there is no reservoir. So I'm just gonna add some water to you. This one looks hilarious. Oh my God. Wow, okay. Yeah, needs more. I'm excited because there is a new leaf. So she might look questionable now, but I'm sure she's gonna look beautiful later. This one is pushing out a really big leaf, and you can tell because it's a lot bigger and thicker than the last one. So, how exciting. needs more water. And the last one that's potted up, this cutie. So again, just adding some water. Okay, I wanted to look at this Regalia because the leaf looks okay. I mean, y'all saw that this had a situation here before. I did treat for spider mites, but it looks like the flower didn't survive, which like I'm kind of okay with because it just means that I can enjoy this beautiful Regalia foliage here. So I'm just gonna cut it off. I kind of got worried because I know this one had spider mites previously. So I'm just checking. I don't see any. I see fungus gnats. That's not fun. I think it's okay. I'm like putting my fingers in the pond. It's nice and moist. Going into the reservoir, there's still more. Yeah, okay. Well, she looks fine. I'm just gonna water her. Back on the floor it goes. God, the other one. I don't know why I love this one so much. The new leaf is doing just fine. And yeah, she's still in the living room. I kind of just put her against the espresso machine next to the window every morning. And yeah, I just like, I need to be close to her at all times. I just like want to monitor her for just any pests and stuff. There's enough water in the reservoir, and so I'm just gonna put her on the table for now. Okay, the Miki had a little bit of an accident. This plant is hardy. For now, she's sitting on my dining room table, so she's getting really low light. I was reaching for like a dish towel, and then the whole pile like fell, and then like the whole plant went that way. So like a lot of the roots came out. Oh gosh, you can't even see. A lot of the roots came out. I think these ones were older because they're really wrinkly, but I do see a new one that's like latching on over there, so I think it's okay. But I just wanted to run some water over it. And I know it's a big thing with orchids not to get any water in the crown. So I'm just trying to soak up all the water with a paper towel. Okay, I think she's doing okay. Oh yeah, also guys, I double checked on that moss that I was talking about earlier, and unfortunately Crystal Star Nursery is not shipping right now. They're closed just for the winter. They usually reopen in the spring, I want to say March or April, but I don't know if they're going to sell any substrates earlier, which is fine. I'll just buy the alternative for now. Okay guys, I don't really need to do anything with this one, but like I just want to show you my Veitchii. Oh, fully hardened off, guys. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful plant. So I just had to move her out of the way because I want to grab my Esmeraldans, but there's a juicy, do you see that? Future Kevin, zoom in. Look at that juicy, juicy root. So I'm just gonna water her. I'm just gonna water the pond through. Not through. I'm not actually opening that drainage hole. I'm just gonna let it sit in the reservoir. Oh, it's filling up fast. Okay. So again, this was just an excuse to show you. I guess I need to water her. But oh my gosh, look at her. Okay, maybe put her back. Okay guys, so I want to look because this leaf faces the window, so I never look at her. So let's take a look together. Oh, how beautiful. This is the Anthurium esmeraldens. Look. Oh my gosh, she's stunning in person. I don't know, it's not translating on camera, but are you kidding? You are so gorgeous. This leaf specifically is right under a vent, so there's a lot of dust. So maybe I'll wash her off a little bit. Also, I'm trying to check if it's spider mites. So underrated. Are you kidding? She's not even hardened off yet. Look at this, guys. Oh, okay, so I want to show you. I thought she needs to be watered, but anyhow, this is the inflow. Look at her. There's some red, but predominantly green. I'm not sure like what this would be able to pollinate with. There's like no information anywhere. I'll just wait for the plant to produce pollen, and then I might save it. But I'm not sure if I can't get over this leaf. I keep staring at it. What is happening? I guess while we're here, I might just, yeah, she is dusty. Okay, let me wash the leaf off first. And oh yeah, these are the two older leaves here. This was the previous one, so you can see how much bigger maybe a little bit bigger than the previous one. Oh my god, I love when they're new. They're just so shiny. I'm in love. Oh my god. It's kind of like the VCI, not really though, but like kind of the same kind of ab situation. Look at that. Okay. And I guess I'll put her back right under the vent. Okay, I was gonna end the video, but I forgot about my Philodendron Brantiato. Can you see it? I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna pull her out. Wow, y'all can't even see her because it's against the light. Okay, I guess that's better. So here she is. So because she's in a big bucket now, I can now just water her in place without worrying about making a mess. And so I have my pump here. She's not dry, but again, I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't dry out completely because then it becomes really annoying rehydrating it. It seems like the bottom's actually pretty wet still, so that's fantastic. And I think it's grown to the point where I could put another layer of, I'm out of pressing seal right now, so I think I have to just use cling wrap. So let me do that now. Oops. There's some plant tape, I'm just removing it. Ooh, there's a new leaf here. I'll just go over it for now and then, see, this is why I don't like cling wrap. Always sticks to each other too much, but at the same time, not enough when you like need it to stick. Okay, I don't know if that's okay. Yeah, I think that's it for now, but I do want to put a piece of plant tape around the top leaves here, just so they latch on, or the top stems, not the leaves. There are a couple that I think would benefit from me tying them down. And remember, there was a stem that was completely broken? I don't know if I showed you, I don't think so. I'm just following it, guys. It's one of the big ones. So this is crazy. Okay, this is wild, guys. Wow, okay. The one that broke completely at the bottom here is the biggest one here. So this top leaf, it's the one that's broken. And okay, let me just show you. Do you see how this broke off here? Do you see that? Right over there. You could see that it's clearly not attached to anything. I followed it all the way up and it's the biggest leaf situation. So that just means, because like the leaves look fine and I assessed as I was following, she's really latched onto the moss pole. Thank God, because she would have just like died. Wow, I'm so happy. I really want this to get big. That's why I'm like trying to like make sure the adventitious roots latch on to the moss. Obviously for situations like what you just saw, they'll just establish themselves in the moss, feel secure, push out bigger leaves, and yeah, so it's weird because it's not getting any nutrients. I mean, unless I water the moss pole with nutrients, which I might start doing because obviously she's not rooted in the LECA. I mean, there's a chance that along that stem, the roots grew all the way down into the LECA. So there's a chance that it's getting nutrients that way. But wow, that's crazy. Okay. Okay, guys, I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for continuing to watch into January. I'm trying to plan a lot of things for this month, but a lot of them are going to be pushed to February. During Vlogmas, like half the videos that I planned didn't work out. So I'm trying to put out a few this month, a few next month. Obviously the part 2 of the 2020 video and the part 3 of the 2020 video needs to come out. Those take way too long sometimes to edit just because I have to find a picture. It's a lot more editing than like a planter video, because a planter video I just get to like splice and like throw things in like picture wise or like word wise. Not as much as one of those update videos. Obviously need to do a 2021 video. I've wanted to film my whole Hoya collection video. I wanted to do a winter houseplant tour. I need to rearrange this room just to make room for more propagations. I need to experiment. I just saw this now and remembered I need to experiment experiment with stratum and do a ton of research on that. So there's a lot to do. But anyways, guys, thank you always for all the support, all the comments. And yeah, like I said, I'm very excited for 2023. Very, very excited. Alrighty, if you made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.